A smile, a courteous greeting, and then back into our own lives. That's how we met on our first day of college. This was 9 years ago now. A meeting so mundane neither of us was aware of what was to come next. Since then, life has passed by quickly, from knowing nothing about each other to knowing nearly everything. And with every day, I'd wake up to see your face and bask in your golden company. It was 7 years ago that we sat together in the Blue Ridge dorms, drinking hot chocolate, watching the snow fall past us and drift into the street below. The same street where I realized I couldn't stand the thought of being apart from you. I still think back on those quiet afternoons together when the cold weather set in, signs of love played on the TV, and our shared company kept us warmer than the drinks that burned our fingertips. How excited we'd be just to make jokes, head out for food, and talk about whatever was on our minds. I could listen to you speak for hours, and that way, nothing has changed, least of which being your humor.
Barbara is this amazing, smart, talented, and unbelievably funny young woman.
She is a warm, inviting person, charming, funny, and both beautiful inside and out. Anyone who knows her knows just how amazing it is to be in her life. Always laughing, always joking.
Barbara's one of the most caring people that I've ever known, possibly the most caring person I've ever known. Even at points, it frustrates me how much she cares about the people in her life, because I'm like, relax, it's okay. And, I was kind of worried for a long time that she might end up with someone who didn't appreciate that caringness and maybe even took advantage of it. But I've just been so relieved that she ended up with someone like Alex who really, truly appreciates her for everything she is and reciprocates that caring nature. Like, I thought Barbara's the most caring person I've ever met in my life, and then I met Alex and I'm like, oh, it's kind of neck and neck now.
Alex, you have always been an unbelievably smart young man. You are the loyalest friend I've ever seen in my life. I've never met anybody who puts as much effort into their friends and family as you do. And you two together bring out the best in each other.
He is just exceptionally talented at nearly everything he does, barring math and grammar, but that aside, he excels and accumulates accolades and achievements in almost everything he does, and it's incredible. But the most phenomenal and accomplished thing he has ever done is to find Barbara and nourish the beautiful relationship that they have.
One of the many things I love about you, Alex, is your dedication. I can always count on you to be there for me no matter what. You, since we started dating in 2018, already embodied the for better, for worse, for richer, for poorer, in sickness and health. Funny enough, thinking about your dedication, I reminisce about our engagement day when we climbed to the top of the South Bubble in Acadia National Park. Even though I threw up scrambled eggs onto the side of a mountain. Even though we were both overheated and sweaty, even though we were so nervous and excited, you pulled out that ring and you kissed me on the lips anyway. It doesn't matter what I look like, where I am, or what I ate for breakfast that day. You have always been there for me and loved me for me. If that's not loyalty or dedication, I'm not sure what is.
I see their love in every knowing glance, every kiss, every story, every shared piece of food, even in their compromises and their frustrations. If there's something that I've learned from watching Barbara and Alex's love, it is crack-ass humor for one, but it is also grace, forgiveness, immense consideration, and so much love. And you all give it to everyone around you so much. You deserve it back tenfold.
Because of you, I've been able to grow as a person, and every day I become someone better. Though for me, that job is never done. Nothing solidified that more than the days we spent with your father. Mr. Mark was one of the greatest men I'd ever known. He gave me large shoes to fill, one that I was trusted with when both he and Miss Lyda gave me their blessings to ask for your hand in marriage.
When you came and you were talking to Mark and me about marrying Barbara, later on talking, Alex and I did about the importance of marriage and what makes a good marriage. And I said one thing that Mark and I found that kept us just sailing along life was a sense of humor and making each other laugh. And to this day, I remember the big smile that Alex got on his face. And he said, "Oh, Barbara makes me laugh every single day."
I'm looking forward to our future, where we continue knocking off bucket list items, travel to the places we've always wanted to see, buy a house, have kids, and build our family together. As we've all heard many times, it takes a village, and with our dear family and friends we've made together, I know it'll all turn out wonderfully. One of our favorite directors wrote in a film, "A heart is a heavy burden." And it is. A lovely but heavy burden. But do you know what, Alex? That burden is so much easier with you by my side.
Barbara, I love you. Everything about you. I feel like the luckiest man in the world knowing that you want me in your life. And yet you adore me as much as I adore you. I cannot wait to build a home, a family, and a future together. We know that there will be challenges ahead, but it's nothing that we cannot face together. I vow to commit myself to our relationship, to be loyal to you in all things, and to be the one to go to the door to get us the food you had delivered for us. To watch 31 horror movies with you every October, no matter how bad some of those movies end up being. Really, I want to spend our evenings together on the couch, taking in the slow moments, those slow moments that make us whole until the very end of our days.